Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. And it's not just any Monday, it is a Marketplace Monday. And I am so excited to have you all join us for this episode of Marketplace Monday. So please, um, stay with us for a while. But before you do that, I want you to share this live. Share this live. If you're with us on Facebook, you can share there. If you're with us on YouTube, you can share there as well. Let me make sure we are also live on Instagram. All right, here we go. Yes. So we are live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook for another episode of Marketplace Mondays. So good evening, everyone. For those who may not know me, my name is Aisha Taylor Issa. I am the founder and CEO of the Sistahs in Business Expo, owner of the Sister Shop, and your all-around girl who loves sisters in business. And so our entire platform was created to celebrate, educate, and empower sisters in business so that they can start, grow, and scale successful businesses. And we do that through a variety of ways, of course, through our expos. If any of you were at the Northeast Expo last month, you already know what the vibe is. It was an amazing time. Thank you so much to everyone who came out. And who supported. It was a time. We had a time. And then also through our Sistahs in Business University, which is the teaching and training arm of our brand, where we, educate you on the ways to grow your business through our inner circle. Our inner circle is where you get access to the 3 C's: courses, coaching, and community. And so we welcome you to be a part of that as well. And our Sistahs in Business Foundation is our nonprofit entity where we provide grants through our pitch competitions. And then last but not least, the Sister Shop, which is our retail and e-commerce destination that features the brands of over 100 women of color entrepreneurs. We have a brick and mortar location in Atlanta at Atlantic Station. And then, of course, online at thesistershop.com. And so we are always super excited about Marketplace Mondays because this is our opportunity to bring to you some sisters in business that you may or may not be familiar with, because we always say you can't support a brand if you don't know about it, right? But once you know about it, it is your duty and your responsibility to support, because it is our business to keep our sisters in business. We cannot wait for anyone to come save us. We cannot wait for a handout or a stimulus. We have to be the ones who support our sisters so that our sisters stay in business and continue to build and leave legacies for our community. And so, as always, we welcome you to this broadcast, and we invite you to share the broadcast with those who may or may not be interested or who may want to be a part of Marketplace Mondays themselves, because we have some dope brands that we are going to be presenting to you this evening, and I cannot wait for you to meet them. We also like to connect in the comments. So if you are watching on either of those platforms, please share in the comments. Tell us who you are. If you have a business, tell us what you do, where you are located, because you never know. Your next client, your next contract, your next opportunity might be in those comments. So let's connect in the comments, and so we can also shout you out and show you some love for hanging out with us tonight. And like I said, we have some dope brands that we're going to be presenting to you. So you definitely want to hang out for a little bit. As by way of just some general updates, we are under full swing for our 2024 Sisters in Business Tour. Like I mentioned, last month was our first stop for our Northeast Expo and Pitch Competition. What an amazing day it was. And I'm just so grateful for all of you, everyone who came out, supported, just had a really great time. Our keynote speaker, Jessica Judy Dupart of Kaleidoscope Hair Products, was just so phenomenal, so down to earth, so warm, so informed, and was not hesitant in informing us. She was definitely dropping knowledge, as she says. And it was just a good day. And so she's also going to be with us for our Southeast Expo and Pitch Competition, which is happening on September 7th in Decatur, Georgia. So if you are interested in being a vendor, if you're interested in being a partner, a sponsor, a volunteer, a media person, all of those things, all of the links are in our bio to get those applications. So definitely do not wait, because y'all love to wait to the last minute and space be gone. So go ahead and secure your spot now. And then before we get to September, though, is our Mamapreneur Brunch, which was postponed from last weekend, and it's going to be July 13th in Atlanta, in Midtown, also at Atlantic Station at the 12. We were there last year, y'all, and it was just amazing. The food was good, the vibes were good. It was just a good time. We're going to celebrate Mamapreneurs. So those are sisters who also share the title of mom as well as entrepreneur. And it's always a beautiful event. This is our third year doing it. Nominations are open. Nominations are open for Mamapreneur of the Year. So if you know someone who should be nominated for Mamapreneur of the Year, that someone could be you. You can either nominate yourself or someone else. We encourage you to do that. And that link is also on our website. And so that's happening on July 13th. There are a few vendor spaces left for that as well. If you're interested in being a vendor, go ahead and check that out. And we're just excited about everything that is happening. We have some other really big announcements that are going to be coming up soon. So if you're not following us, and even if you are, you might want to turn on those notifications, because we know how the algorithm is. It does not always show you what you need to see. So turn on those notifications so that you can be alerted when we make announcements, because we have some big ones coming up about some other incredible opportunities for our sisters. So we are going to jump right in to our Marketplace Monday showcase. I cannot wait for you all to meet our first sister in business who's going to be showcasing her products and services. So let me go ahead and add her to the stage. Hello, Rasheeda.
Hello. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Well, welcome to Marketplace Mondays.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. We are glad to have you. So please take a minute and just introduce yourself to everyone. Tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay. My name is Rasheeda Hicks. I own a design firm called the Burlap Rose. I am a mother of two who absolutely enjoy what she does. I turn what I desired as a child into my current career. So now I'm designing for celebrities. I'm designing for um, little girls' uniforms. We're designing for album covers. We're designing for the kitchen. We have our line of aprons and tea towels that we have with Walmart right now. So we're doing pretty good. We're loving what we're doing.
Well, that is amazing. And where are you based?
We're in Douglasville, Georgia. So we're right outside of Atlanta. We're in
Okay.
Metro Atlanta.
Love it, love it. Well, let's take us back a little bit. You hinted to it a little bit when you talked about your childhood and that you're now able to do something that you loved as a
Mhm.
child. But tell us a little bit more about that. How did you get to this point, and what was it? What was the journey like for you developing this brand from your childhood?
Well, I'm from Myrtle Beach, and my grandmother used to own a design firm. And
Oh,
where we were located, we were near an army base. So she did a lot of the gowns for their ball. And just being around the silks and the sequins and all that good stuff, she had me put on like buttons here and had me working with her there. So I just fell in love with dresses. So from there, I started sewing at the age of 6, and that's always been my goal. I would draw my dresses and I'll go back and I'll try to design them from the scrap fabrics that she would have laying on the floor, all that good stuff. So I definitely want to have designing in my life.
so was it your grandmother who taught you how to sew?
Yes,
Oh,
her, my mother, my aunt, all the women in my family actually sewed. My
wow.
grandmother believed that if your house did not have a sewing machine, it's missing something.
My goodness. Well, I'm definitely missing something. The most you can get out of me is a button. But that is amazing. And I just love how important it is that we focus on that, right? Like that it's important that we surround our kids with different skills and talents, and I think we've gotten away
Right.
from that to a degree, especially, remember there used to be like homemaker courses, and
Yep.
things like that, home economics,
Home
and they don't even
economics.
teach those things, a lot anymore. So
And I can
after your
remember,
family teaching you, did you get any formal education or training?
well, I went to school. I went to South Carolina State for marketing. So that was my
Okay.
first degree. And I went back for journalism, mass communication, because I wanted to be able to speak to the public about what I'm doing. And I knew I wanted to teach what I was doing
Mm.
as well to make sure that skill goes forth. And so now I'm actually working on my master's in education because we also offer design classes. So I'm learning how to build that curriculum and how to add on to the curriculum of design.
Wow, you sound like you are forever students.
Yes.
Which is not a bad thing at all, right? Like we should never stop learning. So kudos to you
Right. You
for
can always learn.
having the skill, but still seeing the value in being educated in different areas. If anything, that just makes you an even more well-rounded entrepreneur, and that is phenomenal. So you are from originally from Myrtle Beach, right?
Yes.
I have South Carolina roots. I'm a Gamecock. Go
Ah,
Gamecock. And we're seeing a lot more of like big names coming out of little towns, particularly in
mm-hmm.
South Carolina, right?
Yep.
How have you built your brand, from this, what some might consider, a small town and, a not well-known area to being able to design for designers?
Well,
I
it's
mean,
a lot of
for celebrities, I'm sorry.
it's a lot of shaking hands and kissing babies. So
Mm,
you have to put yourself out there. And what I've learned to do is not be afraid to offer a product. So I used to put dresses on someone
mm,
just so they can shout me out, so to say.
mhm,
And then that would lead to, oh, where'd you get that from? How
mhm.
can I meet her? How can I get in contact with her?
Right.
So that building on that community of, I guess, like people,
Mhm.
similar people in the industry.
Hmm. I'm so glad you mentioned that because I feel like that also is something that we've gotten away from, and people, are often quick to say, I'm not going to work for free, or
Right.
I'm not gonna, give it away, or what's the saying people are saying? Something don't pay bills. What is it? Um, uh,
But
basically they're
like
trying to
likes
say,
and
like,
clicks don't clicks
yeah,
don't
like,
yeah.
it's a term, but basically like that, having
Yeah.
your name out there, or just promotion doesn't pay
Promotion.
bills or
Right.
whatever, right? But
But it
as you
does.
shared, it was an important part of your process of getting your name out
Hmm.
there. Why do you think it's important that people are still willing to do that?
Because if you don't have a name for yourself, and a lot of us don't starting out, we're not backed by some celebrity parent. In order to get in front of those people, you have to have a way in.
Hmm.
So if they're not familiar with your product, and it's all about trust. If they
Right.
don't have an opportunity to trust your product, how are they going to actually feel promoting your product? So
Right.
giving them the opportunity to actually feel, touch, wear, trust your product, and they're loving it. They're falling in love with your product. They're falling in love with you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to share you with their family and friends.
Yeah, I think it's important that we focus on that, right? Because there's still something to be said for being able to grow your brand in the organic way, right? Like you
Hmm.
said, everyone doesn't have a celebrity parent. Everyone does not or immediately have access to the clientele that they need. And so sometimes you might have to do a little something for free, right?
Hmm.
To get your name out there. And so that's incredible. Well, let's see. You got some mannequins back there.
Yes, so we have
Tell
some
us a little
things.
bit, show us a little bit of your designs if you have some, or tell us about your design style and your aesthetic and that kind of thing.
Okay, so the name of our boutique is the Burlap Rose. So that incorporates like everything that we do, from the design house part to the classes. We also have other vendors here that sell like their shoes or their accessories. So
Mhm.
that covers the entire studio itself. But our private design label, La Belle et Le Sud, is the beautiful and the southern. So
Mm,
I lean towards the romanticizing of fashion. So I like the
mm,
big puffy sleeves, the big bows, the sheer fabrics to show your silhouette, um, the more adorned accessories, the buttons. I don't know if you can see this, but these are like huge rhinestones, flounce skirts. So that's more of what we lean towards, the romanticizing of fashion.
mm. One second. Think I messed up something here. Hold on, I'm trying to get you back. Let me see if I can add you back. There we go.
There we
Okay.
go.
So I love it. And tell us about these aprons. You said that they're also sold in a pretty big place.
Yes, yes. So we have a contract with Walmart,
Wow.
and they've been selling our aprons since 2021. And we've just expanded into Walmart Canada. These are aprons, so they have the layered flounce, also going into the theme of our Southern Belle romanticizing. So we have the apron with the nice little bow waist, it ties around the neck. We also offer the cloth dinner napkins with the aprons, with the this doesn't coordinate with this apron in particular, but coordinating pot holders and tea towels. So the entire kitchen collection is what we're offering with the apron. So we're
Now I
trying to
feel
get the fun back into cooking and the
yeah,
kitchen
I have a
again.
friend who would absolutely love that apron. She might already have one, and she's from Florence, so she probably already knows about you. Shout out to Rakia. But I'm feeling a little like a non-cook because I've never heard of a tea towel.
Yeah, okay. So the tea towel is the shorter version of a full dish towel.
Okay, okay,
So
okay,
yeah, you probably have it in your apron loop, or it's just hanging
okay,
over the stove, the bar
okay.
of the stove, something quick.
Uh-huh.
So if there's a quick spill, you're just wiping up really quick. But it's usually a nice, luxurious, fluffy towel.
Okay, okay, good to know. Let me get me some tea towels.
Yes, get you a tea towel too.
Make like I know what I'm doing. So, so I know you mentioned so you have the boutique. That's an actual brick and mortar where folks can come into, and that's in
Yes,
Douglasville.
yes.
Is that and that's also where the classes take place?
Yes. So
Okay.
with the boutique, we have ready-made items that we've already designed, so you can shop right off of the rack. Or we have wall-to-wall fabrics. So a lot of our clients come in and they pick their fabrics and they say, "Oh, I need this style, I need this color. I'm going to this
Mm,
event, and this is what I have in mind." I have a few clients that come in for this season wardrobe. So they'll come in with like Pinterest pages, what looks that they're trying to go for.
mm-hmm.
I have a client that actually her book signing, she had 5 different pictures that she wanted to put together to make a dress.
Mm-hmm.
So she chose from the fabrics that we have to offer, and we had a chance to sit down, sketch out the dress that she wants, and design the dress for her.
Wow. Okay. That is amazing. And then so if someone wants to work with you directly, how do they contact you? What's that process like to for you to have them design something for them? Like maybe they can't get to the boutique or that kind of thing.
They can actually contact us through social media. We have Facebook, Instagram. We're also on TikTok, so they can contact us through there. Whatever city they're in, they can go to a local, like David's Bridal, to get a body measurement, or if they have a tape measure themselves and kind of know what to do with a tape measure, send those measurements in, and we can go from there. I'll send fabric samplings. We'll work up a sketch art for them, and then we'll move forward from there.
I love it. I love it. Well, tell them again about the special offer that you have for the aprons, where they can specifically get that, and anything else you have coming up that you might want them to know about.
Okay, well, prom season is pretty much coming to a close. So we just got finished doing all the prom girly dresses, and now we're having our aprons. And these aprons are actually coming in several different patterns, several different designs. And with the designs, we have the coordinating tea towel, dinner napkins, and pot holder set, all for the single price of an apron. So all that will be coming free with your apron during the month of May.
And where can they get that?
We can go on our website, theburlaprose.com, or they can order through Facebook or Instagram.
All right. Well, y'all make sure you go check out the Burlap Rose, follow her, check out the website, and support this sister who is doing amazing work in the fashion and design space. I absolutely love it. I got to get over to Douglasville and come see you so that I can check
Yes,
out what you have, because I love a good accent piece or just things that are
absolutely.
embellished. And my stylist is always looking for different things for me to wear to our events and stuff. So definitely can't wait to come by and meet you and see the space. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Everyone, please make sure you support. I'm going to put her Instagram up here, right here, the Burlap Rose _ LLC. Make sure that you go follow. Remember, it costs nothing to follow. It costs nothing to share. And then definitely when you can, you show support with your dollars. It's easy to run, to Target or Walmart, but let's be intentional about supporting our sisters. When you want to be cute and stylish, Rasheeda has what you need. So thank you again for being with us.
Thank you so much.
No problem. All right, y'all. So that was our first sister for tonight's episode of Marketplace Mondays. Super excited to have her showcase her brand to you all. I want you to go and follow. Remember, I tell y'all every Monday, but we have this show. We're not on here just because we don't got nothing better to do. Okay. We're here because we want you to be intentional about supporting sisters in business, but you can't support them if you don't know about them. So we are bringing them to you. We are introducing you to them so that you can share, so that you can support and be intentional about how you spend your dollars. So please head on over to the Burlap Rose on Instagram and make sure you support. Okay. I just wanted to do a little plug. As you all know, Mother's Day is coming up this weekend, and our Mother's Day merch is available on our website at thesistahshop.com. So you can shop online, and online you can choose delivery or pickup. As long as you order by Wednesday, depending on where you are, possibly Thursday, you will get it out in time. All orders are going out next business day. And if you place the order early enough, it could be same business day. But we have our Black Mama Magic, we have Mamapreneur tees, we have One Blessed Mom, we have what else do we have? I Get It From My Mama. That's one of our top sellers. So all of our mom merch is available. There's also an entire Gifts for Mom collection on the website. So you can search a variety of different gift items for mom. In our store, we have gift baskets that have incredible products and options. So you don't even have to think about it. We already have the baskets there ready for you, so that you can shop incredible gifts from mom that have meaning and purpose behind them, that are created by sisters, that are created oftentimes by other moms, mamapreneurs. And so, we want you to be intentional about where you shop for mom this Mother's Day. So head on over to thesistahshop.com, click shop, and then you'll see the different collections. You'll see the Gifts from Mom collection. You'll also see our different mom tees and sweatshirts. The long sleeve sweatshirts and hoodies are actually 25% off right now. So a lot of great deals, a lot of great options. So we encourage you to check it out and shop with us for your Mother's Day gifts. So we are going to bring up our next sister for this episode of Marketplace Mondays. Super excited for you to meet her, Dr. Nicola. I'm going to bring her up right now. Hello there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm fabulous. So happy that you have me tonight.
Awesome. We are so glad to have you. Welcome to Marketplace Mondays.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So please take a minute, introduce yourself to everyone. Tell them a little bit about you and what you do.
Well, my name is Dr. Nicola Gaitor Barber, but I prefer people to just call me Dr. Nicola. I'm a 29-year educational specialist. I'm a public school educator, of course. I have a bachelor's degree from Payne College in English Literature and HBCU. I have a master's degree in Library and Information Science from the University of Missouri, Columbia. And I have an educational leadership degree from the University of Phoenix.
That sister got them. Listen, we got some degrees sisters in here. Between you and Rasheeda, I already counted about 8 degrees. So I love it. I love it. And we are definitely proud of you. So congratulations on all of those accomplishments. Tell us a little bit more about your brand.
Okay, my brand is ultra didactic. Didactic, Didactic, meaning two parts of a whole. And
Mm,
what I try to do in ultra didactic is not just bring the professional staff development that we're supposed to go through as educators and professionals, but I also want to put a humanistic touch to it.
mm,
I think that's lacking when we're training teachers, professionals. We assume a lot, that we assume that they know certain things, but then they really don't. So it's up to us to make sure that's being paid forward or said forward.
mhm. I love it. And what led you to deciding to create your own brand?
Well, first of all, my first reason, I'm not going to lie, was I had a bad day at school. And
Mm,
I teach mostly from I've been elementary to high school, a little short stint in middle school, but in all my years, it was I'm always not the homeroom teacher. Meant that I'm a connection. So you're not the homeroom teacher. So the kids really don't know you the same. So they
mm,
really cut up with you, and they really start acting foolish. And these same techniques that I teach my educators, these are same techniques I use. These are
mm,
peer review. One thing, we're all educators, and that's important.
mhm.
Especially now with AI, you don't know what you're really getting. True research, and true understanding of a topic is really what we need right now
Mm,
as educators.
yeah.
And when you train in educators,
Hmm. And I'm sure it's important that also the people training you are people who look like you or people who
yes,
can identify with the demographic and all that. How do you incorporate that, into your
that is a very big. We always say we don't do cookie cutter professional developments.
Mhm.
I'm I'm right now designated living working DeKalb County Schools.
Mm,
Okay, the DeKalb County Schools will not be misled. I might say, I hope I don't get in trouble. School segregation still exists,
uh-huh. Absolutely.
but it's in other ways.
Absolutely.
So you got those up at the north side getting certain, they look at them a different way. They approach
Absolutely.
staff development a different way. They approach behavior plans a different way. So you don't connect with us over here in lower South DeKalb.
Mhm.
They don't connect. So what we try to do is, first of all, before we even start with anyone, black, white, yellow, pink, you take a survey. We
Mm,
want to learn what you need, exactly where you're coming from. We have the teachers do a survey just about their days, how they feel about each other, so we can figure out what we're dealing with. And that's very important, especially when you're dealing with our people. So we're all Black African American company here, but I'm just saying, I don't care if they're your same race. Minorities need special attention to what we go through. That
right.
sometimes, the university, the Georgia State Department, we have a professional development in each county. There's one. They control that. But see, the point is, educators, especially principals, all leaders in education, they're allowed to also supplement that staff development. And
Mm,
that's where it's so important with people like me. I tell people all the time, if you don't want to work with me, work with somebody,
right.
because you have to get a plan that works for your demographics and for your kids. And that's why it's so important. That's what we really push
Yeah.
and delve deep into with our incoming introductory survey.
Yeah. So important. So important. Um, and so I'm assuming your primary client is the schools, right? The
School
schools
systems and universities.
and universities. Okay. So do you do any individual
Yes,
work? Tell us a little bit about
yes.
that.
Okay, my individual work, I'm also on with classroom management. I'm big on soft skills,
Okay.
social emotional soft skills. And so that's where on the other side where I work with people individually, I do a soft skill training for people. And there's a soft you also you can be one-on-one with me. That's part of
Mhm.
the packages that we supply. If
Mhm.
you just want to talk and you have something to work out, I'm a mediator because I come from where you are, so I understand what you're dealing with. So then here I can work with you with dealing with other things that's going on, and not necessarily always too much lesson plan work. Sometimes it's dealing with the other teachers.
Mm.
People assume that because we're educators, right? I should know how to deal with people.
Mhm.
I'm an educator. They
Mhm.
taught me how to teach. They
Right.
didn't teach me how to self motivate.
Mm.
Maybe the kids. They didn't teach me how to be self motivating. They didn't. in some ways. They didn't teach me how to uh, con- resolve conflict. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't teach me that. They didn't teach me that. Sometimes I'm have to take the initiative and not have someone looking over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. You're not necessarily taught that in when you go to college, and that's what we supply because especially after the pandemic. We've
Mm.
seen that a lot of us have become. You would think that we were in this state for so long till we'll be glad to get out to be around the people, but that's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, I can't wait to see that person, my neighbor, and that didn't what. That's not what happened.
Mm-hmm.
People start being untrustworthy, snapping. I mean, it's a thing now that you just want to snap back.
Mm.
Someone say something, you can't never just let it go. I got
Right.
to give you something back, and it's perpetrating even into our kids because
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe if you're a teacher, an educator, an educator consultant, a counselor that works with other kids, with public school kids,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't get along with your colleagues,
Right.
this is what's going on. That you can't even get along with your fellow teachers. How can you work with the kids?
Right. Right. Well, this is such important work that you're doing, and I'm grateful to have you in this space because it's much needed. It's definitely
Yes.
much needed. And we are so excited to be able to introduce you to our audience tonight. Tell everyone how they can connect with you, what's the
Well,
best way if they want to work with you,
if you want
that
to
whole
work with
process.
me,
'Cause I see some educators in the comments like, yes, fellow educator.
oh yes, I wanted to. And then this also, I've just published this book.
Come on with the book. Tell
The
us about
book,
the book, sis.
the book is called "Tell Me Something Good."
I love the title.
Introducing soft development in the workplace. So this
Mm,
is the accompaniment to it. It's like a little. You could buy it, you read it. It's like a book study almost.
mm-hmm,
But this right here is like my manual. There is somebody in this book that might be you. It might be
mm,
some situation that you've been through, but every situation, I don't care if you're a lawyer or a teacher, soft skills, as long as you're dealing with people,
mm-hmm.
another human being, you're going to need soft skills.
Wow.
But you could get contact with me at ultradidactic.com. I'd also have the webpage, but if you go to ultradidactic.com, it takes me to my link tree. And that
Okay.
has a link for the book. And I wanted to know that I don't know if anybody's in Atlanta, but we're having a big signing uh, coming up soon for the book. And
Mm-hmm.
I would love to meet so many of you there.
When is that going to be? Did you already schedule it?
Right now, I'm in the works with my publisher. She's talking about around by might be end of May.
You know
End of
you can
May.
do that at the sister shop, honey.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I got to talk to my publisher there. Please leave me
Tell your
in there.
publisher we host book signings at the sister shop. We would love to have you.
Well, please send me an email. You have my.
We'll
Oh, I would
talk
love it. I'll tell
offline.
my
Yes.
publisher when I get because that's what we're looking for. And I
Yes.
want you
Yes.
to know that one thing that we believe in ultra didactic, we believe in not just giving staff development, we give an experience. We
Mm.
want you to have an experience. Staff development shouldn't be just sitting there, and staff development should not be jumping around on bouncy things. We want something that we can really inspire and feel good when we leave. So we try
Mm-hmm.
to incorporate that inside our planning, staff developments.
That's awesome. Awesome. So tell them again. You said they can go to the website and how they can connect with you. The book is available now
Now,
and all of that.
it's Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank
don't
you.
forget
And
to
kudos.
give me that information because my publisher be calling.
Oh yes, yes, yes. You can just Nadia, who you connected with,
Yes.
just reply to her and just let her know you're interested in more
Thank
information
you
on
so
hosting
much.
your
Great.
signing at the sister shop. Thank you for being with us, everyone. Please go follow Ultra Didactic. I love that name. It sounds like a superpower. Uh, follow Ultra Didactic. Make sure you connect with her. If you know an educator, and everybody knows an educator administrator, make sure they know about this sister who's doing great work in the space of training for our educators. We need it, and I'm sure they would appreciate the support of a sister who's been through it, who's in it, and knows, has gotten the training clearly in
Yes.
the education
Yes.
to
Peer
get it
review.
done. Yes, yes. Thank you so much,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Nicola. All right, y'all. Another dope sister. What did I tell y'all? I told y'all we had a great lineup for you tonight of some incredible sisters. And we always try to bring you a variety of both products and services so that you can really get a well rounded experience and introduction to some new sisters in business, right? We are endless. We are never ending. You know, women of color are the largest and fastest growing demographic of entrepreneurs in the country. We ain't never going to run out of sisters to introduce to you, but we always want to bring you the best and those who are serious about their business and those who need your support. So please be intentional about supporting these sisters. Even if you're not an educator, just follow her page so that you can share the information with those who might need it, and share her page as well. But if you are an educator, if you're in education in any capacity, make sure you connect with this sister who is well trained and educated to educate educators. That's good, right? Anyway, I got another dope sister coming up, y'all, and I cannot wait for you to meet her because she's so fly, and she has a great brand, and it's sold at the sister shop. So let's bring up Brasmyne. Hey, girl. Hey.
What's going on?
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How you doing today?
I can't complain. I can't complain. Welcome to Marketplace Mondays.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So listen, y'all want to meet a sister who is serious about her business. Okay. This is she. She is her. Okay. Brasmyne is such a dope sister and she is so committed and passionate about this work that she's doing with her brand. And I just love to see it. I love when my sisters go all in for their business, all in it for their brand. So, you know, Brasmyne sold the sister shop. Brasmyne vends with us as our markets. She's going to be there this week. She's going to tell you for a sisterpreneur session. She's here tonight. She's in other places and spaces, and I just love it. I just love it. So welcome to Marketplace.
Great introduction. Oh my goodness.
I know who you are, but please tell the people who might not know about
absolutely.
you and your brand.
Yes. So I'm Chef Brasmyne, the founder of Tiger Life Gourmet Seasoning Blends. So we create seasoning blends to help busy millennials create delicious meals just like mom, but with the confidence of a chef.
Yes. Come on with the intro. So tell us how we got here, Brasmyne. I mean, how did you become Chef Brasmyne, and how did you decide to create a seasoning blend?
Yeah. So growing up, I was in the kitchen with my mom and my grandmothers. Like, they were the women that taught me how to cook. And I just love the way that food brought my family together. So I've always loved food. And then, you know, as an adult, I began to work in the food industry, and I ran one of the kitchens at State Farm Arena. And that's where I was first introduced to these making seasoning blends. Basically, I was in charge of creating the seasoning blends that went out on all the proteins for each Atlanta Hawks basketball game. So that's where I kind of got started in the food industry, and I kind of just took off from there. I also worked in the alcohol beverage industry, so I got my sales and marketing piece down as well. So everything just came full circle, and at a point, I just got tired of like marketing other people's brands and building other people's brands for them. And I knew I really wanted to create a brand for myself and a way to build generational wealth for me and my family. So I decided to quit my 9-to-5 last year and become all in on my business. So here we are today.
Here we are today. I love a good story, and that was a good one. And I'm so glad you know, Rasheeda also mentioned that her mom and her aunts, you know, taught her how to sew, and I just hope that we can get back to that, you know, as a culture, as a people, right? Like, I don't know, my family was a little different. My mom and my aunt definitely could throw down, but we were like in the way in the kitchen, you know, like it was like, get out of the way, right? And I wish, and we say this now, you know, that some of them have passed on, or some of them are old, you know, much older, that we wish we had been in the kitchen more, because I don't know how to make certain things the way they used to make them. Like, YouTube is teaching me everything, right? And so I'm so glad to hear that there are still some folks who letting their kids in the kitchen, right? Or in the sewing room, right? We have to expose them to these things, because the traditions will die if we are not intentional about passing them on. So
absolutely.
So glad to hear that. So tell us about Tiger Life. What is unique about Tiger Life? What is the, you know, what your unique selling proposition that makes you different from other seasonings?
Yeah, I mean, I have plenty. I actually have a whole presentation for you, so I can pull it up.
You do. Well, let's bring it on up.
Alrighty. Get over here and share my screen.
While she's doing that, y'all, make sure you head on over to Tiger Life Gourmet and follow Brasmyne.
All
And
right.
she
Can
will
you
walk
see
us
it
through
on
this.
your
Yes,
end?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. So here's a look at all of our seasoning blends here. We have a nice little collection. And I love how you talked about like just that people growing up in the kitchen, you kind of lose that nowadays. And so that's why our main focus is busy millennials, right? Because they are the new adults. They're tasked with carrying on these family cooking traditions. And some people, you know, they didn't have that growing up. They didn't have their mom or their grandmother or somebody to teach them to cook. So we wanted to be able to still have those family traditions of cooking, but just kind of give people a shortcut. You know, it's all about convenience nowadays. People love air fryers and, you know, all those different hacks and tricks. So we just wanted to play into that and to make cooking food and seasoning food specifically be a lot less stressful. So like I said, we have seasons for pretty much a little bit of any everything, whether you prefer vegetables or proteins. We even have something for sweets and breakfast foods. So our hero product is actually here at the top, the Southern Collard Seasonings. Which is available at the Sister Shop. It's our top seller there. It's our top seller everywhere. It's amazing. But it's everything that my grandma used to season her collard greens, but it's just in one convenient little jar. So you don't have to fool around the pantry looking for the right combination of herbs and spices. Everything you need is in one little jar. And so, like you mentioned before, we do vend a lot of different markets and also in store. So we do in-store demos, and that's given us like a great insight into who our customer actually is. So like I said, our key customer are those busy millennials, but we also have what I call empty nesters. So these are like the parents of those busy millennials, and they make their purchase decisions based on the opinions of the busy millennials, but also they are more health conscious and they're looking more into the labeling and what's actually in these ingredients. So a lot of other seasoning brands out there will just list their ingredients as spices and not go into detail about what spices they are using. And for us, we're huge on ingredient transparency. So we list all of our ingredients on each of our jars so that you know exactly what you're putting into your food, because that's really important for us. Because one, I love flavor. I want to know what I'm cooking with. I want to make sure that the flavors marry, but it's also good for people that are sensitive or are vegan insensitive, or they follow gluten insensitive, or they follow a vegan diet. So we just wanted to make sure that people were aware of what they're putting into their food, because what we saw when we did our research for this company in our products, especially for the collard green seasoning, there are some others out there in the market right now, but most of them contain either a chicken or pork byproduct. So we just wanted to make sure we had a product that was could be enjoyed by our vegan friends as well, because I mean it's a season for vegetables, so it should be vegan friendly. So we wanted to be, make sure we had a product for them. So I think it's safe to say we're the only collard green seasoning out there that is vegan friendly. Oh, I can't talk today. But yeah, so that's our hero product there. And then, of course, grilling seasoning is coming up. So we do have our line that are of seasonings that are especially good for proteins, like this garlicky steak. It has a lot of roasted garlic and smoked black pepper, so it's good on any type of red proteins, steak, burgers, lamb chops. We have our citrus grilled chicken seasoning, which is really good. It has citrus, cumin, and dill, so it works great on chicken, but it's really good on fish, especially like a white fish. It's like cod. And then we have Bon Mass Grilled Dust, which is one of our crowd favorites. I think people just like saying the name. It's a little naughty. But this is our all-purpose barbecue rub that I like to do on pork, chicken, salmon, anything like that. And so, of course, we are at the Sister Shop, and we just launched our bundles, which are the bags here. So this is perfect with Mother's Day coming up and Father's Day is coming up. These are great gifts. They include 3 seasonings already. One of them is the grilling collection, like I just mentioned, and it has a little mini scoop in there as well. So this is just a great opportunity to have a gift that's already in a bag. All you have to do is slip your little card in there and you're good to go. So we will be highlighting this at our Sisterpreneur session this Thursday, May 9th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I will actually also be there cooking with the seasonings so you can get a chance to taste them in person for yourself.
Yes, I cannot wait for this Thursday. And as you all can see, Brasmyne has put just so much effort and thought into this brand and being really intentional about it. And that's why she's being so successful, because when you put in the work, you'll see the outcomes. And so kudos to you for all you do, and your great branding and marketing, all that that has gotten us here today. So we have the gifts. I asked the team the other day if some had sold. They told me yes.
Yeah.
So glad to hear that. Yes, time to restock. That's what we love. Okay, that's what we love. I think her first week or two there, it was like, girl, you got to bring us some more. Like,
And you guys are actually my first retail account. So it's been great working with y'all. Like just to be able to walk in and talk to the owner has been amazing for me. And just to get your personal feedback, it's been such like a huge learning experience for me. So I just want to say thank you again for having me there as a vendor.
We are glad to have you. So glad to have you. It's a great partnership, and I'm so glad you're local so you can get us that stuff quick. So tell everyone, besides Thursday, anything else you might have coming up and how they can follow you, how they can shop with you, all the things.
Yeah. So we are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the things, YouTube at Tiger Life Gourmet. Keep it very simple. Our website is tigerlifegourmet.com. So you can purchase seasonings there, but majority of the seasonings are available at the Sistahs shop. So we would love for you to come in and support us in store as well to help our retail efforts and help us expand that way.
Yes. And there was one question I meant to ask. How did we get the name Tiger Life?
I didn't even touch on that. So growing up with my mom and my grandmothers, Tiger was our spirit animal. And so when it came time for me to launch my brand, I knew I wanted to create a product that would help home cooks feel fierce and confident in their own kitchens. Hence the name Tiger Life.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, y'all, please make sure you support, shop. If you're in the Atlanta area, come on by the Sistahs shop this Thursday. Brasmyne will be there from 3 to 7. The store is open from 11 to 7. And in addition to her great gift sets, we have lots of other great gifts for moms. So if you want to pair something with the seasoning bundle, come and check us out. Mother's Day will be here before you know it. And so definitely pull up and come get what you need to get for your mamas, your aunties, your cousins, everybody. And you'll get to meet Brasmyne, and she's going to be cooking. Like, cool, I'm coming. Save me a plate. Yes. All right. Well, make sure you head on over also to Tiger Life Gourmet. Follow, share. There's no shade on any other seasonings, but let's make sure you have some Tiger Life in your cabinet. Okay. Thank you so much, Brasmyne.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, hon. All right, y'all. So like I said, I told y'all it was going to be an incredible episode of Marketplace Mondays. These sisters are so dope, and I'm so glad we were able to bring them to you tonight. Make sure you go follow and support Rasheeda with the Burlap Rose, Dr. Nicola with Ultra Didactic, and Brasmyne with Tiger Life Gourmet. And support these sisters. Share this broadcast. It will remain on our YouTube and Facebook pages. So if you missed part of it, you can go back and see the replay. If you're watching during the replay, put in a comment, say replay so we can know you stopped by. But let's, again, just be intentional about supporting our sisters in business. I want to see you all this week and this weekend for our Mother's Day sales. So many incredible gift options for moms, aunties, godmothers, cousins, grandmothers, everything at the Sistahs shop. Really unique gifts, really special gifts with meaning, and gifts that were created by sisters in business. So it's a win-win. So we would love to have you stop by this week or this weekend. We're open 11 to 7, Monday to Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday and Saturday, and Sunday from 12 to 6 if you need that last minute gift for mom. Make sure you get your tickets for Mamapreneur, the Mamapreneur Brunch, which is on July 13th, the Southeast Expo, which is on September 7th. If you're interested in being a vendor, put in your applications for those as well. And I can't wait to see you in one of those places or spaces. Before I go, as I always say, remember, there's nothing, absolutely nothing that can happen to you that you and God cannot handle. So put it in his capable hands and watch him work it out. And I look forward to seeing you all same time, same place at our next Marketplace Mondays. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.